As the prince and Obiajulu joined in their passion, a great python descended from the branches. The python did not strike. Instead, it came close. Slowly, it pressed its great head between them. Then, with its slippery spit, it shifted Obiajulu's private parts and reshaped it. The saliva made Obiajulu's private part smooth, and the passage was easy. Then Prince Ikemefula made love to him in a very romantic way. The guys arrived. They find Ikemefula waiting in the shadow. They bound his head and led him deep into the forest. The captain of the guard gave a signal. Blade flashed into moonlight. In one swift moment, they struck him down. She knew the guy's mission. She knew Obiajulu was alive. It was not Obiajulu they killed, but the king's own son. Long ago, before the white man clock entered the land, the people of Omaka measured time by the crow of the cock and the shadows of the sun. In this village, where the king's palace stood like an iroko tree and the forest stretched endlessly like the ocean, there lived a maiden called Amaka. Amaka was as restless as the wild goat. Her eyes were always searching, her ears always listening. She was known to slip into places where guests were forbidden: the shrine, the marketplace at midnight, even the dark edges of the forest. Her mother would scold her. One day, your eyes will see what they should not see. But Amaka only laughed, for curiosity was her second skin. In the same land lived Obiajulu, a young man mocked by many, handsome, yes, but different. While other men chased maidens at moonlight dances, Obiajulu's heart longed for men. Whispered followed him everywhere. The strange one, the cursed one. He bore it all in silence, but his secret weighed heavier than a sack of yam on the head. The king's son, Prince Ikemefuna, carried his own burden too, born of loyalty, but with desires forbidden. He hid his heart behind pride. Yet in the quiet of the forest, away from the judging eyes, he found comfort in Obiajulu's arm. It was in that forest that Amaka discovered their meetings. One evening, while chasing fireflies, she wandered deep into the woods. She froze when she heard laughter. Not the laughter of hunters, but soft, secret laughter. She crept closer, and there, between all tall trees, she saw the prince and Obiajulu embracing. At first, shock rooted her feet, but soon, curiosity chained her. From that night, she returned again and again, hiding behind leaves, watching the forbidden love unfold. But one afternoon, when the sun burned fearlessly and the forest was still, Amaka saw something that shook her very bones. As the prince and Obiajulu joined in their passion, a great python descended from the branches. Its body was thick like the palm tree stump. Its hiss like a distant thunder. Amaka nearly screamed, but no sound came. The python did not strike. Instead, it came close, its red eyes glowing. Slowly, it pressed its great head between them. Then, with its slippery spit, It shifted Obiajulo's private parts and reshaped it. The saliva made Obiajulo's private part smooth, and the passage was easy. Then Prince Ikemefula made love to him in a very romantic way. The forest air grew hot, the trees trembled, but the lovers did not resist. They went deeper and deeper, as if a spell had bound them. And when it was done, the python coiled once, twice, then rose its tail. Before Amaka's terrified eyes, its head reshaped into that of a man. The python immediately turned to a man. It was the king's cupbearer, Obinna. His lips curved in a dreadful smile, his teeth too white to be natural. Without a word, he vanished into thin air. Amaka fled, but she could not escape the secret. Months passed. The whisper spread. Obiajulo's belly began to swell. At first, the villagers mocked him. He drinks too much palm wine. His stomach is cursed. But the swelling grew. Fear entered their voices. The elders muttered of witchcraft. Women spat on the ground when he passed. Amaka knew the truth, but her tongue was tied by terror. She remembered the python's red eyes. If she spoke, would anyone believe her? When the time came for birth, Obiajulo's heart was filled with dreadful silence. The moon hid its face as his cries pierced the night. Villagers gathered outside, too afraid to enter. Then it happened. A hiss split the darkness. The same giant python appeared, coiling round the hut like a wall. Inside, Amaka, forced by fate to attend, saw the miracle and the horror. Obiajulu screamed, his body breaking, and then from him a child slid into the world. But it was no ordinary child. His skin shimmered faintly like scales. His half-open eyes glowed, and instead of a baby's cry, a hiss escaped his lips. The python raised its head, staring straight into Amaka's soul. Though its mouth didn't move, its voice echoed in the heart. Keep the secret, maiden, or be swallowed whole. This child is not yours, not theirs. He belongs to the spirit. One day, he will rise between throne and serpent. One day, his choice will shake the land. Amaka trembled. She could not speak. She could not move. At dawn, she staggered out of the hut. The villagers rushed to her, demanding answers, but her lips remained sealed. From that day, Obiajulu raised the child in silence. The prince visited in shadows. The villagers whispered, and Amaka carried secret like a stone in her chest. But secrets do not stay buried forever. One fateful day, the king himself heard the whispers. His son was sneaking into Obiajulu's hut, the man mocked by all. Anger rose in him like fire. He sent guards to drag Obiajulu before the council. The king thundered, "You have bewitched my son. You have lured him into shame. In my palace, under my crown, you dare bring such abomination." Obiajulu, weak from his ordeal, fell to his knees, tears on his face. "My king, I did not lure him. Love brought us together. What happened was beyond human power." The king's eyes blazed. "Silence! You are a curse upon this land. You will be banished beyond the 7 hills. Let the world swallow you, but never again will your feet touch Umuaka soil." Obiajulu begged, but the king's judgment was firm. But the prince Ikemefula did not agree with his father's judgment. Before the whole council, he stood and cried out, "Father, this man has not bewitched me. It is I who love him. If you send him away, then I too will follow him. For where he goes, my heart goes also." The king trembled with rage. His staff struck the ground. "You dare defy me? You would leave your crown for this shame? You are a prince, heir to the throne, yet you choose disgrace over honor." But Ikemefula's face was set like stone. "I choose love," he said, his voice breaking, "even if it leads me to the end of the earth." The hall fell silent. Whispered rippled among the elders. None had ever seen a prince challenge his father so openly. That night, when the king sat in secret with his guards, his words were sharp as knives. "This Obiajulu has bewitched the prince's mind. If we let him live, my son will never return to reason. Take him far into the forest before dawn. End him. Let his blood soak the earth, and let my son wake from this madness." The guards bowed, promising to carry out the deed. But unknown to them, Ikemefula had overheard them. His heart pounded like drum. He knew what his father was capable of. His words were never empty truth. So with tears in his heart, he returned to Obiajulu's hut. He found him packing, holding the strange child to his chest. Obiajulu's hand trembled as he tied his wrapper. "My love," Prince Ikemefula whispered, "listen to me. The king's words were not mere banishment. He has sent his men to kill you tonight." Obiajulu's heart grasps, his knees almost giving way. "Kill me? But why? Have I not suffered enough?" Ikemefula held his hand tight. "There is no time. We must act quickly. When they come for you, they must not find you. Disappear into the forest. Take the child and go. I will stay in your place. Let them think I am you." Obiajulu shook his head violently. "No, my prince. I cannot let you risk your life for me." But Ikemefula smiled through his tears. "If I let them take you, they will kill you and the child. If I go, perhaps my death will give you both life. Go now before I change my mind." Obiajulu wept, his body trembling. He kissed Ikemefula's hands again and again, then vanished into the night, clutching the serpent child close. Moments later, the guys arrived. They find Ikemefula waiting in the shadow, his head bowed, his face hidden by clothes. Believing he was Obiajulu, they bound his head and led him deep into the forest. The journey was silent. The prince walked with steady steps, though his heart was heavy. He remembered every smile, every secret moment, every forbidden embrace, and he whispered a final prayer to the gods of the land. "Let my love live, even if I die." When they reached the thickest part of the forest, The captain of the guard gave a signal. Blade flashed into moonlight. In one swift moment, they struck him down. The earth drank the blood of the prince, and the forest carried his last breath away. The guard buried him quickly, thinking they had rid the land of the corpse. None knew it was their prince who lay beneath the soil. By dawn, the king awaited news. Thinking Obiajulu was dead, he rejoiced in secret, believing he has restored honor to his throne. But Obiajulu, hidden far away, wept bitterly as he realized the depth of Ikemefila's sacrifice. The truth tore at his soul. The prince has given his life for him and for the serpent child. Amaka, restless as always, soon uncovered the pieces of the truth. She knew the guy's mission. She knew Obiajulu was alive. And she guessed the dreadful secret. Hey, it was not Obiajulu they killed, but the king's own son.